Alright, hey guys, welcome to another video. In this video, we're going to finally do the POV drive with the Volkswagen Atlas Cross Sport. Now, I'm going to put this thing into its sport setting, and we'll see how she do. Not too bad, not too bad. For a car this size, that's totally acceptable. Now, right away, driving this thing over here, this does not have adaptive suspension. It doesn't need it. It's an SUV, but it rides like butter. It really does ride super smooth. With that said, there is a bit of body roll around corners, but again, it's an SUV. A lot of people drive this to, get to work. It was a pleasant drive over here. Of course, it's about like I would say it's almost 3 miles to go to my little turnaround point. Then we go to the dealer, and along kind of on my drive over, I noticed that this thing actually makes pretty good sounds. It's pumped in audio, and that's to be expected with a vehicle like this. It has the 4-cylinder. It's the same engine that's in the Golf R, the GTI, and it has its own unique pumped in audio. So it sounds pleasant, and the pumped in audio is only on when you want it. So you can turn it when you're in sport mode, it'll automatically put itself on, or you can go into your individual settings, set everything else to sport, and turn that off. So there's many ways that you can drive without it, but in my opinion, I like it. I still drive it with it on in the Golf R, and I have no problem. As far as real sounds, it has a really nice turbo noise, and I think that's just probably because the turbo spools a little earlier than some of the smaller compact vehicles like the GLI and the GTI, and it's a really cool sound. Of course, everyone really likes a turbo sound. I especially like it, so it sounds pretty good. And if I roll down the window and we go kind of at a lower speed, we'll see if we can get some turbo noise. I'll even put it in drive. Let's see if we can do that. Put it back into drive, get out of sport auto, and sounds good. I mean, I can't complain. That's a real it's a real noise that a car makes. So it sounds pretty good in my opinion. So everyone has their own opinion, but again, I think with the pumped in audio and that turbo sound, nothing to complain about. So yeah, overall power is pretty good. It's 235 horsepower, and I probably around 258 pound-feet of torque. Again, it's the same engine, same turbo as the GTI. But that's GTI is pretty quick, and this thing is definitely not slow, so cannot complain. As far as so let's talk about kind of the drivability. Again, as mentioned before, the steering wheel is really comfortable. It's really nice to hold, and overall, and these gauges are really nice. They're very clear to read. These digital cockpits just are so pleasant to see in these types of vehicles. It really kind of spices them up. But yeah, I mean, it's a really nice ride, and visibility, of course, is really good. I already touched on that in my walk around, but especially after driving something, you really can get a good idea. And yeah, I would say it is definitely pretty darn good in this vehicle. So no complaints about visibility. Get that turbo sound again. Yeah, no, it sounds good. I like it. But yeah, again, the steering wheel feels really nice. It's flat bottom, of course, as well, as mentioned before. So for any of you really sporty people out there, you guys get a flat bottom steering wheel. So I guess the question really is the Cross Sport truly a sportier version of the Atlas? And as a person who has driven both cars, I can confirm and say yes, this is definitely definitely a sportier take on the Atlas. And I drove the VR6 in the Atlas, which is the bigger engine. This, of course, is the smaller option with the 2-liter 4-cylinder. However, even with the smaller displacement compared to the the car that I drove a couple months ago, this still feels a little bit sportier. The steering feels a little tighter, and maybe that's just me, maybe it's just placebo, but it just the way it looks too, it definitely is a bit of a sportier take. It's by no means a a true R, like Volkswagen likes to make their R variants, like the Golf R, but this is a really nice car, and I do like it. It was a pleasant drive over here, and I had really no complaints at all. All right, boom. It was not bad. I can tell you that's not a very comfortable one in the Golf R. But yeah, no, I really do like this vehicle. You know, I really have no complaints about it. It drives really nice, super butter smooth, and you know, it has a bit of a sporty taste to it too. So if you guys kind of, you know, you want to buy the Atlas, but you're kind of worried that it's maybe not as sporty, or you know, it just kind of looks like, you know, your mom car, this is definitely a really great substitute. So again, I really did enjoy this vehicle. You guys can check it out for sure at Seacoast Volkswagen. They have plenty of them in stock. This is of course the black option with the SEL, but they do have a white one, and I think these are all really high spec as well. That actually comes with the VR6, with this, which is the V6, the bigger motor. So overall, I did enjoy this vehicle, and yeah, it's a great package. So definitely check it out if you guys are interested. Again, Seacoast Volkswagen in Greenland, New Hampshire. They'll be happy to help you out. And with that said, I'm going to catch you guys in the next video. Peace out, guys.